What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Combat Sports Media YouTube channel. And today I'm going to talk about, break down, and try to predict the upcoming Omar Figueroa versus Yordanis Ugas welterweight fight. Now, July 20th is shaping up to be a hell of a day, or should I say night, for us boxing fans, because we got Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, and on that undercard we got Yordanis Ugas and Omar Figueroa going at it, which we're going to get into, and we also got John Molina versus Sergey Lipinets as well on that undercard. So that card is shaping up to be a great one, and I certainly cannot wait for July 20th. And you know, that's another thing. I love big fights. Well, I like big fights no matter what, but I love big fights during the summertime. I just love it when the summer has a stacked boxing schedule. Like last year. Last year was fucking great, and this summer's shaping up to be pretty good as well. So let's get into it. We got Omar Figueroa, former WBC lightweight champion of the world. His wins over the likes of Nihito Arakawa, Ricky Burns, John Molina, which was his last fight, Antonio DeMarco. So he's got a decent resume. He's got a pretty solid resume. The problem with Omar is he's been plagued with inactivity, mainly due to lingering injuries. Mostly hand problems. He had a elbow problem, I believe, too. So it was mainly due to lingering injuries that would just not go away. Now, style-wise, he is a volume puncher, a very aggressive volume puncher with good power, and he's extremely durable and has one of the best chins in the sport of boxing. So he's an extremely exciting and fun fighter to watch, one of my favorite fighters, active fighters out there today, currently in the sport, and he's very hard to beat for any fighter due to the fact that he overwhelms the shit out of you with his volume and power, and it's extremely hard to hurt the guy. He's very, very durable. That is a nightmare fighter for anyone to face. So that's Omar. And then we got Yordanis Ugas, who, to be honest with you, I just know enough about him to do this video. I'm not no Yordanis Ugas expert, and I've only seen him fight maybe 3 to 2 times. Now, in his last fight against Sean Porter, it was a competitive fight. It was a decent fight. I believe he won. But, I don't have a problem with the decision. It was a close fight. Competitive fight. He basically, he's a Cuban fighter, and most Cuban fighters have slick defense. That's not the case with Ugas. He has good defense, but he mainly likes to keep his guard up and block punches. He doesn't really slip punches. He doesn't really have that slick defense that a lot of the Cubans are associated with, such as Luis Ortiz and Erislandy Lara. Now, he's got great, good offensive skills, very polished fighter, good amateur background, but he could be selective with his punching, and he could definitely be outworked. He has decent power. He has wins over the likes of Jamal James, who I think very highly of. He also has a win over Bryant Perella, tall welterweight prospect from Florida. I believe he was the first one to beat him. I'm not sure about that, though. But anyway, so Yordanis Ugas is definitely a quality fighter. However, due to the fact that he can get outworked, and sometimes he can be too selective in his punching and his output, I see Omar Figueroa coming away with the win in an entertaining fight. Because every Omar Figueroa fight is entertaining. And I see him winning a decision over Ugas because of that. Now, this is the first true welterweight that Omar will be up against, because even though he has fought at the welterweight limit in the past, it was mainly due to him not being able to make the original contracted weight, and they had to bump the weight up a few days before the fight or the day of the fight. I believe the Antonio DeMarco fight was actually technically moved up to junior middleweight. So it's definitely not Omar's first time fighting at the welterweight limit. However, it is the first time that he's going to be in the ring with a true, real welterweight. And, we're going to get to see how his power carries up, how his work rate carries up against a true welterweight. So in that sense, Omar definitely does have and not only is Ugas a true welterweight, but he's also the highest caliber welterweight that Omar has been in the ring with. And you know what? I could actually argue that Ugas is the best opponent overall that Omar is going to be facing yet in his career. So it's definitely, arguably, going to be Omar's biggest challenge. It's definitely the best fighter he's been in the ring with as of yet, I believe, unless if I'm missing someone. But Antonio DeMarco was good too. He was a good lightweight in his time, but he was a lightweight. Ugas is a true welterweight, and he's a top 4 or 5 welterweight, which is saying a lot because the welterweight division is just stacked. So I expect a fun fight, a good fight, a competitive fight. But Omar certainly has his work cut out for him. But due to that volume, I got a favorite to Omar. This fight depends on how well he's going to come in, as far as how good of a condition, aerobic condition, Omar is going to be coming in. In his last fight against John Molina, he had really high work rate and all that, but it wasn't the same Omar. It wasn't quite the same work rate. I hope he gets to have a good training camp, which sometimes he doesn't, and I hope we get to see the best version of Omar against the best version of Ugas, and we get a hell of a fight. But yeah, that's my prediction. That's my breakdown. I'm going to keep pumping out more videos. I appreciate each and every one of you that watch them. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time.